1. Anthony Hartwig here with the next Austintown Fitch softball player profile. I'm joined today by senior Jenna Chmelik. Jenna, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
And Jenna, of course, the news broke this week. I don't think any of us wanted it to really hear it, but spring sports were going to be canceled for the season. What was your reaction to that news, and what have been some of the emotions going through your head the last couple of days?
It's really just kind of heartbreaking and really devastating. I never really knew that that would have been my last time walking off the field. But I'm just trying to stay as positive as possible.
It was kind of a slow progression because when everything shut down the first time, we thought we were going to be off for a couple of weeks, and then we're going to be off until May, and now it's all canceled. So what have you been doing last couple of weeks to kind of keep yourself ready if softball were to come back?
Yeah, so I've been, doing some soft toss into the net to practice my batting. I've also been trying to keep my arm loose and still playing catch and stuff like that. Still working out at home, going on some runs, doing some abs, just trying to stay fit and stay ready just in case.
You guys had such an impressive season last year, the first AAC title in 19 years. How hungry were you guys to get back on that field this season?
We were so ready. We've really been working hard in the off season and the start of the season in practice. We were ready for this season too.
When you had the first couple of weeks of practice and you got together with the girls, what was the mentality of everyone kind of getting back to softball?
We were just really all about the team and teamwork, and we felt like if we came together as a team, we can accomplish our goals and try and come back for that AAC championship again this year.
Now, you're the catcher, you're the field general, and you have two amazing pitchers that you get to catch.
Yeah.
Talk about what it's like to kind of receive from those two.
Oh man, it's so great to be able to be behind the plate and to see the field as a whole. And both pitchers, both Lydia and Caitlin, they work so hard, and they really bring their A game, every single practice.
When Lydia eventually goes to Penn State and succeeds there like we all think she will, is there going to be a sense of pride that, I caught her in high school?
Oh yeah, for sure. And I really hope that she is able to succeed at Penn State, and she does so great because, she's really worked really hard in high school, and it's really been an honor to be able to catch for her too.
Now, talk about this catching in this program. What's it like kind of being the field leader, and how much do you love the position of being able to be a good catcher?
Oh gosh, I love catching. I've been catching since I think I started when I was 9 years old. So I've really just grown to love catching and to be able to be behind the plate and see all of the infielders, see everything happen from my perspective. And I just really love catching, and I love to be behind the plate.
What do you see as your biggest growth as a catcher over the years?
I would say my biggest growth has been my throwdowns to second or third base for that instance. I really have worked super hard on my throwdowns, and I've really came a long way with those.
Take us through the feeling of just catching someone stealing or catching them a little bit far off the base. What's that feel like?
Oh, it's the greatest feeling, especially when I do get the girl out. It is just the greatest feeling in the world.
Get that little no.
Yep.
Now, your coach tells me that you are also state qualifying in speech and debate, and you do an excellent job with that. Talk about that sense of your life and what you put into that, and how proud you are of the things you've been able to do with that.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So I have been doing speech and debate since my freshman year, and we did qualify to state the past 2 years. And so just with that, I feel like I've been able to come a long way with my speaking abilities, and that not only helps me for just life in general, but it's also kind of helped me to be a leader on the team and to, just use my speaking abilities for the better.
Talk about the talent on this roster, not just in the circle. You have a couple of players that are legitimate D1 softball kind of caliber talents. What's it like kind of sharing the field with all these girls and having maybe one of the most talented teams in the area?
It's definitely a really good thing that we have so many great players. I feel like it really pushes every member of the team to play to a higher level. And because we have so many great and awesome players, it really makes us play better as a team as a whole.
Talk about Coach Ward and what it's been like being under him and what he's taught you and how he's helped you grow.
Yeah, so Coach Ward is really all about the team and the teamwork and building the softball program, not only for when we're there, but for younger generations as well. So he's really just been able to show us that teamwork really does um, make things happen and really does benefit everyone.
If you had to pick maybe one thing you take away from Coach Ward after you walk away from the softball program, what would it be?
Oh gosh, that's a hard question. He said so many great things. I'm trying to think. Um, Honestly, probably the aspect of teamwork because he's been so dedicated to implementing teamwork into our team and to being able to like work with others. I think that's probably the biggest takeaway I've gotten from him.
Now you go to a big school in Austintown Fitch. Most of the schools we cover are smaller. What's it like going to such a big school and a big community behind you?
Well, it's really great to have such a big school and such a big support system. A lot of people do come out and show their support to not only like our softball games, but to all sports at our school. So just having everybody there to support us is really nice.
What are some of the things that you can look back on and you can say that you were proud that you got to represent Austintown Fitch and the reasons why that is?
Um, do you mean from like just a
Yeah,
softball
or a
perspective?
softball perspective or just the school system. What makes you so proud that you went to Fitch and that you're a part of that community?
Um, I would say the biggest thing, Falcon strong. We really implement that throughout our school district. And just being a Falcon and being a part of Austintown schools, it's definitely something that I can take with me for the rest of my life. And it's really a big family. It's a large family, but everybody is just so supportive of one another. And I think that's such a great thing to have.
Now, sports is not the only thing that has been affected by this virus. School has too. Things have changed. You've had to take everything online. What's that adjustment kind of been like for you?
Um, I adjusted better than I thought. It's a little tricky doing the online classes, but again, I'm just trying to have as positive of an attitude as I can, and just get my schoolwork done. Our teachers are all super understanding and very. They work with us a lot, and they really know that it's a difficult time for everyone, so they're just trying their best as well.
All the seniors kind of joke about this time of the year. It's that winding down, you start to not want to do stuff. Does taking everything online make it even harder to fight off that attitude?
Oh, for sure, because even our teachers posted senioritis is kicking in, but senioritis quarantine edition is even worse. So, we just got to keep trying to get our work done. We're almost to the finish line and we just got to keep grinding it out.
What's your favorite class that you're taking right now?
Oh, my favorite class of all time is anatomy and physiology. My teacher, she's just the greatest person ever and super nice and super sweet. And I just love the class as a whole.
All time. Wow, that's big praise.
Yep.
So talk about some of your future goals and what you plan to do after you graduate from Fitch.
Yeah, so after I graduate from Fitch, I'm going to be attending Capital University and I'm going to major in nursing. So I hope to be a nurse one day and hopefully down the line I can also go back to school and become a nurse anesthetist.
You are not the first player to tell me that they want to be a nurse, and I've got to ask because I've asked all of them. Does this situation we're going through kind of strengthen that passion to be a nurse for you and seeing what everyone's doing on the front lines?
Oh, for sure. I just think that any healthcare workers, they're such superheroes. And, I hope that like one day I can be able to help people just like they're helping people right now.
Do you have anyone close to you that maybe is a nurse or does work on the front line that you kind of take as inspiration?
Actually, my grandma was actually a nurse, and I also have some of my friends' parents and some of my friends' family members that are nurses, and I really look up to them and hope that I can be that one day.
When you see the love and support of first responders that's getting poured out in the last couple of weeks, how does that make you feel seeing that you're going into that line of work too?
It really just shows how much people do appreciate healthcare workers in general. So that makes me feel like kind of gives me a sense of comfort that people will always be supporting a position that I hope to have one day.
Now let's talk about Austintown Fitch softball off the field. What's this team's personality like?
Sorry, it kind of glitched. I couldn't
Oh,
hear
okay.
you.
I said let's talk about Austintown Fitch softball off the field. What's this team's kind of personality like?
Oh gosh, we have a wide range of personalities. Some people are outgoing, some people are kind of shy,
Mhm.
but we really mesh together well.
I've seen the team TikTok that went on a couple. I mean, seems like a real fun group to be around.
Yeah, for sure. We have a lot of fun outside of softball and at softball practice. We really have fun.
If you kind of need a laugh, who's one of your teammates that you can really go to no matter the situation, and she can always make you giggle?
Oh, Ashley, Mickey, and Caitlin Evanko, the other two seniors, they are so funny on and off the field. They always, have a smile on their face and can crack a joke pretty well.
When I was talking to Coach Ward, he told me that Ashley was a quiet person, but seemed to always have that perfectly timed joke that just kind of hit at the perfect time.
Oh yeah, she's shy, but once she's out of her shell and in her comfort zone, there's no stopping her.
What kind of things do you do if softball gets a little bit too stressful, or you need to take your mind off things to kind of relax?
Um, I guess I really just kind of have like a deep breathing type of thing, little meditation session, but I just, that's about it.
Quarantine has kept us inside the house the last couple of weeks. So, what has been your favorite quarantine activity?
Well, so for me, I've actually been working on a lot of schoolwork and a lot of like senior scrapbook type things to try and like plan ahead for my like graduation party, that kind of thing. And I've been trying to work with some of my friends and try and figure out how we can help get our senior activities in still. So
Now, Monday, Austintown Fitch did the 20 minutes under the lights at their football stadium. What was it like seeing that and seeing the reaction to all that? Even schools across the state doing it too.
yeah, so I just think that it was such a like small gesture that meant so much and had so much meaning behind it to honor all of the seniors. And we also did like in Austintown, we did the horn honking too for 20 seconds. And just those small things really do mean a lot to not only me but to the rest of the seniors as well.
When you kind of see tokens like that show you how much the senior class means to the people in the community, how does that make you feel?
It really means a lot, especially because of how difficult this time is and how much stuff that we're having to miss out on. It really shows a lot of support and that they're there for us even in this hard time.
Now, if you had to give some advice to the underclassmen that are still going through this, but they have to come back and they'll be doing softball again next year, what kind of words of wisdom do you want to share for them?
I think my best piece of advice for the underclassmen would be to just, play every game, attend every practice, and give it your all because in my case, you never know when the last time is you'll step off the field for the last time. So I would just give it your all and really take it in and appreciate every moment you have playing softball.
Before we let you go, I want to give you the chance to kind of give a shout out to the people that have supported you over the years and the people you know that you can look into the crowd and always see cheering you on at a softball field.
Yeah, so I just want to thank both of my parents, my mom and my dad, my younger sister Ashley, and my grandparents. They are at every single game, and my dad has coached me for so long, and he really just cares about softball and all the girls so much. So it just really means a lot to me to have my family supporting me through all of this.
All right, Jenna, thank you so much for joining us today. Good luck in your future endeavors, and we definitely hope to talk to you again real soon.
All right, thank you so much for having me.